Have you ever wondered what it would take to retire in just 8 years, even if you're starting with absolutely nothing? I don't mean quitting your job at 65 or slowly saving for decades. I mean breaking free in less than a decade, walking away from financial pressure and living life on your own terms. Most people think this is impossible. They believe you need to already be rich, to inherit money, or to earn a massive income. But the truth is very different. What you actually need is a plan, discipline, and the ability to think differently about money than most people ever will. Now let me be clear. Retiring in 8 years doesn't mean sitting on a beach forever doing nothing. Retirement in this sense means freedom. It means you no longer rely on a paycheck. It means your money, your assets, and the systems you built are working for you. You can still choose to work, but it's on your terms, doing what you love without worrying about bills. That's the real goal. So how do you get there starting with zero? Let's break it down year by year and wait to see what happens in year 7, which is the most important year. First year, think of it like pouring concrete for a house. If the foundation is weak, everything collapses. If the foundation is strong, the structure lasts forever. In year 1, your entire focus is to build stability and clarity. Set a crystal clear financial target. Most experts use something called the 25 times rule. It says that to retire, you should save about 25 times your yearly expenses. So if you spend $30,000 a year, you would aim for $750,000 invested. That sounds huge, but remember, you have 8 years, and there are ways to accelerate it. Another simpler guideline is the 4 times rule, which says you need about 4 times your annual expenses if you plan to live very lean with additional income streams on the side. Using the same $30,000 example, that's $120,000. Different rules fit different lifestyles. The important part is knowing your number. Without a target, you're just walking blind. Then track every single dollar. Not to make your life miserable, but to truly understand where your money is going. Most people have no idea how much they spend on small things like coffee, subscriptions, or eating out. Add them up, and it can be hundreds every month. Start dividing your expenses into needs and wants. Rent, food, utilities are needs. Everything else is optional. Once you see the truth, you can cut back with power. Also, killing debt is a crucial thing. If you have high-interest credit cards or personal loans, they are chains holding you back. The avalanche method means you pay off the debt with the highest interest first. The snowball method means you pay off the smallest balance first for motivation. Choose whichever works for you, but don't let debt eat your freedom. Create an emergency fund. Even if you start small, you need at least 3 to 6 months of expenses in a separate account. This is your safety net. It keeps you from falling back into debt when life surprises you. Finally, if you want to retire in 8 years, you can't rely only on your job. You need extra streams of money. Maybe it's freelancing online, selling products, teaching a skill, or open a YouTube channel without showing your face, which is exactly what I explained to you in my free Telegram community, with the link below. By the end of year 1, you won't be rich yet, but you will have a map, a budget, a small emergency fund, and maybe even your first side hustle running. And that foundation is priceless. Now that the ground is solid, it's time to move faster. In years 2 and 3, your focus is investing and multiplying. Here's a step-by-step map on this year's, and wait to hear step 4. Step 1 is investing in low-cost funds. Forget about stock picking or gambling. The easiest way to grow money is through index funds, or ETFs. They spread your risk across hundreds of companies, track the market, and cost almost nothing in fees. Over time, the market has always gone up, even through crashes. That growth is what will make your retirement possible. Step 2 is automating. You don't want to rely on willpower. Every time you get paid, money should automatically move into savings and investments. Set up transfers so you pay yourself first. That way you never forget, and you don't spend what you should be investing. Step 3 is investing in yourself. You can increase your income much faster if you grow your skills. Learn online marketing, coding, sales, design, or anything valuable. Free resources exist everywhere. Each skill can add to your earning power, whether through raises at work or through new side hustles. Step 4 is living intentionally. Frugal living doesn't mean being cheap, it means choosing what matters most. If you love travel, keep it, but cut out other waste. If you love eating out, keep it, but don't waste money on expensive clothes. Decide what you value and cut the rest. The less you need to live, the faster you can retire. By the end of year 3, your investments are growing. You've cut expenses, you've boosted income, and your side hustles are turning into real money. And most importantly, you've built momentum. In the 4th and 5th year, the path becomes clearer. You can actually see retirement in the distance, even though most people still think it's impossible. These years are about scaling. The first step in year 4 and 5 is increasing contributions. If you've paid down debt and built up savings, now every extra dollar can go straight into investments. If your income is rising, don't inflate your lifestyle. Keep living lean and push the difference into your retirement fund. The second step is exploring higher yield investments. This could mean dividend stocks, rental real estate, or even digital businesses that make money while you sleep. Yes, these carry more risk, but if you've built a solid foundation, you can take calculated steps. Imagine owning a rental property that pays you $800 profit every month, or a small online store that makes $500 a month. That's $1,300 in passive income. Multiply that, and you're building freedom quickly. Step 3 is strengthening your side hustles. By year 4 or 5, the little projects you started should be more mature. Maybe your YouTube channel is finally bringing in ad revenue, or your Etsy shop is selling steadily. These may have started small, but now they can be scaled. Ask yourself, how can I double or triple this? Step 4 is networking. Surround yourself with people on the same path. Join online communities like the one below, forums or local groups about investing, entrepreneurship, or early retirement. Other people's knowledge and support can cut years off your journey. By the end of year 5, things are serious. Your investments are larger. Your passive income is growing. You might even be covering a good portion of your expenses without touching your main job. This is when the dream starts to feel real. By year 6, the finish line is not only visible, it's close enough to touch. Most people work their entire lives and never see this kind of freedom, but you're only 2 to 3 years away. This stage is called the final stretch, and it's where you move from building and scaling to locking everything into place so it can carry you through retirement. Think of year 6 like tightening every bolt on a machine before it starts running on its own. You've built the pieces, but now you make sure they fit perfectly. The first focus is to assess your progress. Look back at the number you calculated in year 1. Are you close to it? If you plan to hit $750,000 in investments, maybe you're at $350,000 or $400,000 now. That's a massive leap compared to where you started, but you need to keep pushing. Next, review your expenses again. By this time, lifestyle creep is a real danger. If you've gotten promotions or your side hustles are making more, it's tempting to increase spending. A new car, a bigger house, more vacations. But every dollar spent on luxury now is a dollar stolen from your freedom later. Hold the line. Remember why you started. Another important step in year 6 is optimizing your investments. Look at your portfolio and rebalance if necessary. If one area has grown too much, sell a portion and redistribute it. This keeps you safe from market swings. Diversification remains your best shield. You should also check your side hustles and passive income sources. Are they still bringing consistent returns? Can you automate them further? The less time you spend managing them, the freer you'll be when you step into retirement. Finally, start preparing for healthcare and insurance. These are expenses that can derail retirement if ignored. Look at options, research costs, and plan them into your future budget. By the end of year 6, you're no longer guessing. You can see your accounts, your passive income, and your numbers adding up. Retirement in 2 years isn't just possible, it's probable. If the first years were about planting seeds, year 7 is harvest season. The effort of the past 6 years compounds here. This is where many people feel their wealth suddenly explodes. Let's imagine you've been investing consistently in index funds for 6 years. The first years felt slow. Maybe you had $5,000, then $20,000, then $60,000. But by year 7, growth accelerates because compounding isn't just adding, it's multiplying. Suddenly, your investments might jump by $50,000 or even $70,000 in a single year without you doing anything extra. That's the snowball effect. But don't let this sudden growth trick you into relaxing. Year 7 is the time to double down. Put every extra dollar you can find into investments. Increase your savings rate. If you can save 60% or 70% of your income now, do it. The closer you get to the finish line, the more every step matters. Another key part of year 7 is preparing your transition plan. Retirement doesn't just happen overnight. You need to decide what you want life to look like. Will you travel? Will you move to a smaller city with lower costs? Will you keep 1 or 2 side hustles alive just for fun and a little extra cash? Answer these now, because your lifestyle choices will shape how much money you actually need. You should also review your passive income streams carefully. For example, if your online store makes $1,000 a month, can you build systems to keep it running with only a few hours of effort each month? If your rental property gives you $800 a month, can you hire a manager to handle the details? Automation and delegation are your allies here. By the end of year 7, you'll likely find yourself very close to your target number. Your passive income will be covering a significant part of your expenses, and your investments will be large enough that you can almost taste independence. This is the year everything changes. 8 years ago, you may have started with $0, maybe even with debt, and now you're in a position most people can't imagine. But to retire in year 8, you need to move carefully with 5 easy steps, and the 5th one is the one you are waiting for 8 years. Step 1 is to calculate your withdrawal plan. The most common is the 4% rule. It says you can safely withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio every year without running out of money. So if you built $750,000, that's $30,000 a year. Combine that with your passive income, and you may not need to work another day in your life. Step 2 is to test drive your retirement. For 6 months, live exactly on the budget you'll have in retirement. Don't spend more, don't rely on your job, see how it feels. If it works, you're ready. If it doesn't, you have time to adjust before fully stepping away. Step 3 is to handle the mental side. Retirement isn't just about money, it's about identity. Many people panic when they no longer have a job title or a 9-to-5 schedule. That's why you need purpose. Maybe you'll spend time on hobbies, volunteer, travel, or start a small passion project. Retirement should be exciting, not empty. Step 4 is to set up safeguards. Keep your emergency fund strong. Maintain insurance. Have a backup plan for income if something unexpected happens. You don't want to feel like you're stepping into uncertainty. You want confidence. And then step 5, the most important, actually retire. Walk away from the stress, from the dependency on a paycheck, and step into the freedom you've worked for. Imagine waking up on a Monday morning and realizing you don't have to clock in anywhere. Imagine choosing what to do with your day: read, build, travel, or simply relax. That's what these 8 years were all about. Now let's pause and think. How is it even possible to go from 0 to retirement in just 8 years? The answer is 3 things: discipline, income growth, and compounding. Discipline means you live below your means, avoid lifestyle creep, and keep expenses low. Income growth means you never rely only on your job. You build side hustles, invest in skills, and multiply your earnings, maybe by opening a YouTube channel. Compounding's the magic that makes your investments grow faster each year. Put them together, and what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. Think of it this way: if you save and invest aggressively, your money doesn't just add up, it multiplies. $10,000 becomes $20,000, then $40,000, then $80,000. Each year, growth accelerates. Combine that with multiple streams of passive income, and the picture becomes clear. Most people think retirement requires 40 years of work, but with the right mindset, you can bend time. 8 years of focus can give you a lifetime of freedom, So here's the truth. Retiring in 8 years starting with $0 isn't easy. It requires sacrifice, determination, and the ability to think differently from almost everyone around you. You'll face doubts, you'll face setbacks, and you'll be tempted to give up. But if you stay the course, if you keep your expenses low, keep investing, keep growing your income, and keep compounding working in your favour, then the dream becomes real. And when it does, you'll look back and realise those 8 years weren't a sacrifice at all. They were an investment in freedom, in time, in your life. While others are still stuck in traffic, still working jobs they hate, still waiting for someday, you'll already be free. And that is worth everything. Make the first step now, which could be to like this video. So many more people that are interested on how to retire early will discover this channel, then join my free Telegram with the link below. Here I'll explain step by step how to start a successful YouTube business without putting your face on the line, and therefore have the money to retire early. I'll give you my strategies on how I make all my channels explode, and to prove to you that it really works, just look at this channel, which is the most obvious proof. If you found value in this video, smash the subscribe button. And let me guess, you have never heard of what happens in year 4, right? See you soon in the Telegram community. I'll wait for you. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for educational purposes only, and any results depend on your own decisions and actions.